How you all doing?
Hi.
Good, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I'm really enjoying this series so far. One of the things
Thank you.
I really like about this is coming from someone who is a bit of a Star Trek fan, but like it feels like a bit of a blank page, I think, for kind of Star Trek. It feels like people who don't know too much about the world can kind of come in and really kickstart their kind of own experiences with this kind of show and this world. I'm interested to know, with that in mind, how clued up were any of you on the kind of world of Star Trek? And do you think it was okay in this instance to come in with quite a fresh mind without perhaps knowing too much?
I think the best thing to do was to come in with a
Yeah.
fresh mind, honestly.
I remember them asking me on the audition like how much I knew about it, and I was like kind of embarrassed to admit that like I haven't really seen too much, but they reassured me like, no,
So
that's
good.
okay actually. And a lot of people that work like even on set and in the crew they enjoy having fresh minds and fresh eyes to kind of like the franchise.
I think it was kind of beneficial in a way for those of us who maybe hadn't seen a whole heap of Trek, was that there's not necessarily like preconceived notions that could, I don't know, even like not be good. Do you know what I mean? Like if I don't know, maybe if I had seen every episode of TNG and like knew Deanna Troi back to front, I might be going in knowing I'm playing the next, the sort of next generation of Betazoid, overwhelmed and like wondering if I'm doing it right, or I'm not enough like maybe how Marina Sirtis plays Deanna. But I had a good entry point, having not seen too much, but then and found my own way in, but then be able to draw on the inspiration of her as well. Later.
I mean, because Trek is so iconic and has such a kind of huge fandom behind it. When you're in a kind of show that means so much to kind of so many, I'm just interested to know who can you recall the first person you told when you were cast? Was there someone you kind of let to call
Mommy.
when you first got that call?
Yeah,
that's sweet.
Mom, all of
Pretty
us,
sure.
Mom. Yeah, right? All of us?
Mom.
Not me. I call my brother and my sister-in-law first. They live right across the street
I was on
from me.
vacation with my family. We were traveling Europe together, so my mom and my stepdad and my stepbrother were actually there with me while I was getting the news. So I think they all even kind of knew before I did going into the phone call. They were like, they're going to tell you that you got it. And I was like, well, let's not be too hasty, guys. And they were there to celebrate with me, so that was great.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but I forgot what the Klingon flu is called.
Oh, I don't remember.
I feel like when I called my mum, though, I tried to make it into a joke, and it just did not play. Like,
It
I should
didn't
have just
land?
been like, Mom, I got it! But I was like, sir, unfortunately, it didn't go too well, but at the end of the day,
And she
it's
believed
fine, because
that.
I booked the role, but anyway.
Oh.
Something
like,
like that.
what?
Like,
She's
didn't
like,
land.
wait, what?
Huh?
She's like, now I'm confused.
Yeah, our loved ones basically.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. I was speaking before, I spoke to the other guys, and Sandro said that he's called one of his teachers, and it got me thinking. Actually, I was interested to know, because obviously this series is very much about kind of it's almost reflecting kind of college, isn't it, or kind of going through. I mean, it could be drama school or university, or whatever it kind of is. I'm interested to know, were there any particular kind of teachers or kind of guides, be it through work or just be it through kind of your education, that you really kind of look back to as someone that left a really kind of impactful mark on your?
Oh my gosh.
Ian
Yeah,
Sinclair.
totally. Go ahead.
Jerry
Ian-
Hayes for me.
It's like shout out there.
Yeah.
I'd shout out to Ian Sinclair at 16th Street in Melbourne. Like, when was I there? A few years ago, I did a course at that school, and I had instincts, I had drive, I had for sure my emotions going on to draw on, but I had a lot to learn about acting technique and like story and the function of story, and he taught me so much.
I would say for me, Brad Heller in Los Angeles, California is an incredible acting coach, if anybody's looking for one. And also Paul Garafola in New York City is an incredible self-tape coach.
Les Chantery.
But what I quickly want to say is that, like, when I first started acting, I thought I had to be a certain way and, like, be this, like, leading man and, like, da-da-da. But they both really encouraged me. They just, like, just be yourself, honestly, dude. Like, yourself is, like, the best version that you can put forward. And the reason why I'm sitting here today is because they were looking for someone that is not that is, like, soft and sensitive and can play another kind of part of a Klingon. So I really appreciate them both for encouraging me to be me.
And for me, it's Jerry Hayes. He was my first ever acting coach just outside of Detroit, Michigan. And he he showed me everything that I know and carry with me today about acting. Like, I wouldn't even be an actor if I never met Jerry Hayes. I was like, I don't want to do this. Acting's weird. You guys are dramatic. Like, what's going on? And then it clicked for me in my brain, and I was like, oh my God, I love this. I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I wouldn't have my entire career if it weren't for Jerry.
That's
so
sweet. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to shout out our teachers.
Yeah, important people.
That's good. Because I mean, I'm not to sort of, it's my final question, by the way, but I'm not going to kind of dig too deep or get too political, but the world is in a bit of a bad place at the moment. And this kind of series is very much centered around a group of young people who are full of kind of hope and optimism and a kind of need to change the world. Do you think there's quite a timely element to this show, and also serving as a bit of a kind of reminder to viewers to kind of stand up and have our voices be heard?
Always.
For sure,
I think
absolutely.
that in every iteration of Star Trek, that's, you know, a constant, right? Like it does something that's not easy to do in a way, which is it manages to be like timeless and pertinent. So, you know, you can watch Next Gen Voyager, the original series today, and it absolutely still holds up. And then likewise, our show hopefully is of this time as well, pertinent and reflecting what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I've been really into activism the last 10 years of my life, so I feel like I personally even needed this show and needed hope for my generation and generations after me. So this was a very bright North Star for me and my future and all of our futures.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time today, guys, and best of luck with the release of the series.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Nice to meet you.
Bye, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey!